ride, you don't give up, got some nerve, don't you? I'm out on bail, how you feel, go there? Krispy Kreme whip and the wheels glaze, yeah. When you move at night, you don't feel shade. Running through the field, it's a field day, yeah. Let her bed at the hood day. She gon' bust down if the beat good. She gon' roll up, bring the like the Lambo, took the Brinks truck. Become a Greek freak when you see bucks. Is your head done? Is your bills paid? When you outside, do you feel safe? If we go up, gotta take phones. I'm with some go ups, I can't take home.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop out of morning, I had me some...
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be dropped at the 30. And a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Gordon on first down. Nifty move by Gordon. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He'll get it up the middle, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 39 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Oh, this is blocked. And the Patriots have it, but he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Tannehill now to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. He's going to let this one go deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. That's a strong running.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out come the Patriots. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, it didn't going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Tannehill. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will. But if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Looking to throw. 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Back to throw again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him for a loss of 5. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll drop the throw. They still can't get it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is Gordon on the dump off. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Des Bryant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, in first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal,
and he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And Charles, got to like that this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Tannehill going underneath for Gordon. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On the left side, this is Stills. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's third and 1. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. In for the score. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He spins free, and he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barber. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Tannehill now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 10 yards there and about by the nose of Ball. He's going to have a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught at the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw now on first down. It's complete to Parker, left side. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. They'll set up a throw. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point. Yeah, and he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Melvin Gordon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Forced out to his left, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face third down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Thomas. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. First down, it's Tannehill. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. White's got a first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. Extra point good by Gronkowski, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man in the crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one, and this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Dolphins are in for 6.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's a toss coming right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds. And this remains a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCoy. Kane. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing and communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw is Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now back to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Leopard! Leopard!
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
So the Patriots coming out now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Barber. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Tannehill now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Tannehill going deep here for Bryant. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run it with Delage. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And now running right through it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On second down, here's Tannehill. Goes underneath here to White. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Tannehill on first down. Caught here by Conley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, Tannehill. He completes it right side to White. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. New England on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out come the Patriots. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, Bank at the 39-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it'll be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Miami, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to